The video begins with a first-person view of someone walking through an old, decaying mansion. The walls are cracked, covered with cobwebs, and faint whispers echo through the hallways. The light is dim, casting long shadows across the floor. As the camera moves down the corridor, the shadow of a figure appears in the corner of the viewer's eye but quickly vanishes. The music is slow and haunting, with soft piano keys and subtle heartbeats. Transition into a surreal dreamscape. The character falls asleep in the old mansion, and suddenly, the visuals shift to a fog-covered forest. The sky is a deep, swirling red and purple, and strange shadowy figures can be seen lurking between the trees. Every now and then, one of these figures comes into focus. Tall, faceless beings with long, dark tendrils reaching toward the viewer. The colors are desaturated, creating a dreamlike effect, and the music intensifies with unsettling tones. The protagonist wakes up in the mansion, breathing heavily. They hear footsteps behind them and turn to see the shadow of a tall, monstrous figure standing in the doorway. The shadow's shape is ambiguous, constantly shifting like smoke. The camera slowly zooms in on the shadow, building tension. As it gets closer, it whispers cryptic, unintelligible words, sending chills down the viewer's spine. The protagonist runs through the mansion, chased by the shadowy figure. The camera shakes slightly to create a sense of urgency, and eerie sounds fill the air: footsteps, whispers, and creaking doors. The visuals should be fast-paced, showing glimpses of the figure closing in as the protagonist tries to escape. The lighting flickers, and shadows move unnaturally, defying logic. The protagonist reaches the attic, where the final confrontation with the shadow takes place. The attic is dusty and cluttered with old, forgotten furniture. The shadow takes form, towering over the protagonist. Its eyes, if it has any, are hollow and glowing faintly. A tense standoff occurs as the protagonist tries to fight back or escape. The visuals here should be epic, showing the scale of the shadow and the fear it instills. The music swells, creating a climactic moment. The shadow envelopes the protagonist, and the screen goes black. After a few moments of silence, the camera fades back in, showing the mansion completely empty. The only sign of life is the faint sound of whispers, and the shadow can be seen moving in the background before disappearing once again into the dark corners of the house. The video ends with a slow zoom out of the mansion, emphasizing its eerie, timeless nature.